Welcome back. I'm Bob Kirkpatrick with today's sports. It was a beautiful evening for soccer last night as the visiting Grandview Greyhounds came calling on the Lady Tigers. Hallie Berryman scored 2 second-half goals to lead Ephrata girls soccer to a 5-2 non-league home win over the Lady Greyhounds. The victory evened the Tigers' record at 1-1 on the early season. Ephrata took a 1-0 lead on a header by forward Astride Ham off a corner kick from Lana Sween at the 24-minute mark. Grandview tied the match 1-1 3 minutes later. A goal by Kimberline Bennett with 9 minutes left in the first half of play put the Tigers back on top 2-1. The score held up through intermission as Ephrata was unable to capitalize on several shots on frame that either sailed over the Grandview box or were wide of their mark. But the Tigers broke the game open with 3 second-half goals. The first score was recorded by Berryman at the 47th minute of play to give Ephrata a 3-1 lead. Grandview found the back of the Tiger box at the 51st minute to close the gap to 3-2. Berryman's second goal of the match came at the 70th minute of action to push the score to 4-2 and give the Tigers a little breathing room. Jordan Albertson put the final nail in Grandview's coffin 8 minutes later to seal the victory for Ephrata. Next up for the Tigers are the Othello Huskies as Ephrata travels south tomorrow afternoon to match up with another CWAC opponent. Well, if you're looking for something exciting to do this weekend, Soap Lake just might be the place to find it. Hydroplanes will be skimming across the waters of Soap Lake this weekend as pro, stock, and junior outboard racing teams compete for the top spot in their respective classifications. Local race coordinator Terry Anderson said a field of 40 to 50 boats are expected to be on hand for the two-day event and believes world records will fall as driver and craft speed around the 3/4-mile track. The weekend of racing is put on by the Seattle Outboard Racing Association, which moved the competition from Conley Park and Moses Lake to Soap Lake because conditions and water are better suited for the event. Driver registration gets underway Friday with racing from 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday. The event is free to the public. Well, what do you think the chances of winning a baseball game are if your opponent records more than a dozen hits against you? I'd say zip, or zero, or nada. If you don't believe me, try asking Mariners skipper Eric Wedge after the Astros shredded his pitching staff for 17 in a 13-2 loss to Houston at Safeco Field last night. You knew it was going to be a long night for the Mariners when Jonathan Villar homered on the first pitch of the game well over the left field fence for his first career homer to give the Astros a 1-0 lead. Houston scored 6 times in the first 3 innings to chase starter Joe Saunders. The left-hander allowed 7 hits and a walk. He has lost 6 of his last 8 decisions. The Mariners will try to salvage 1 game of the 3-game series tonight. First pitch is scheduled for 7 p.m. Well, be sure and tune in tomorrow night for our live broadcast of the Ephrata Quincy volleyball match. The action gets underway at 7 p.m.